How's it going, Blazers? We're going to work on building a community to allow for discussions and providing specifications in order for you to make an educated decision for your purchases. So now, before getting into anything else, just kind of going into this, I don't really know how to broach such subject, but for the extreme generosity of the community is just astounding. So I was able to meet up with Mr. Blower. He had an event in Portland that he went to, and then so mid conversation, everything else, he said he wanted to just give me a knife. So these knives here are the ones that he had given to me, which is just amazing. I mean, for something like that to happen, so it's not like any of those things were requested or anything else. So we had Jack Farm Boy, even this one from Jay from the Knife Beater, which is a pretty heavy box. I mean, I kind of joked with him that he sent me a cinder block. He told me that he actually sent me two. So we'll see what that is as well. And then even Steve Kluver had offered to pay for half of the Death of All Things a silver twill scale that I was looking at. So I mean, it's just crazy as far as how that goes. And it doesn't take away from anything. So no matter really the value of what any of these are, it's just the sheer, back to generosity of it. It just takes my, I don't have much words for it. So anything here, anything that people offer, even advice, conversation, is just amazing. So I want to start off there with just a thank you for that, and then thank you for any of the new subscribers that are coming along, and then hopefully you guys can win some knives as well. So we'll get on going with that, but don't mean to take away from this video, but we're going to get into it. For the knife, there's going to be from Tuya. So there's a Tuya knife, there's the Envy. So Mr. Dave Warren is the one that actually designed this knife right here. So we had the initial unboxing for it, but we're going to go through more of a detailed one. I was able to carry it, use it for a little bit, nothing hard use or anything like that, because it is a pass-around knife. So I want to leave it as close to what it would come from factory as, so the next person can take a look at it and get an even scale on it. So this one does come in, so with the hand sizing, we're going to start off there. Start off with the female, as far as if you're going to be picking this up. So this is kind of glove sizing. So if you want to go into the description down below, you can actually print out a chart that would be to scale and actually see where this is going to fit on your hand. So we're going to start with the female's hand. So right across at an angle. Then male's hand, also across and at an angle. So this knife here is M390. So as it says, hopefully right there on the knife, yep, M390. So it actually really outperforms a lot of the ones that are out there, like S35VN. That is a fairly popular knife steel. This one is the M390. So we're going to start off with some of the charts on this, and then we're going to kind of go from there. This is provided by Knife Informer. I did actually reach out to them just to make sure that they're okay with me using their content for the charts. So that also is in the description down below. So if you want to actually link into that, check out more information on it, more details. But that's the charts that I'm going to be using for videos from here going forward, unless something changes. But corrosion resistance starting off. And then we're going to go over into the hardness side. And then wear resistance for that M390. And then finally, kind of that correlation of everything is going to be that edge retention. So that's going to be something interesting for that. One of the new things, actually one of the things that at least seems pretty unique to this channel is kind of the pull test. And so I use the Lyman pull gauge to see as far as what the pull is on the knife. So we'll see what it is on this one. So 2 pounds, 2.5 ounces, which is really right in that sweet spot. 2 to 3 normally seems to be a really good spot for something that's enjoyable something that's flickable, something that's fidgetable for that. And then also this one does have the light switch is the way to open this one. It does not have the ability to do the push button. It doesn't have any other thumb studs or anything else. And actually, one thing actually does have that you don't really see very often. I don't know if this was intentionally designed that way, but it does actually have kind of a nail nick with that fuller up front. So it actually operates in that fashion where you can actually use it and open up the blade that way as well. It does actually allow you to actually inertia drop it as well. So if you do give that force, you are going to open that blade up in inertia. So we're also going to look at the pictures as far as this one goes in the knife roll. See how it's going to fit in your pocket. And then some of the ones that we're going to have, this one comes in at about 4 ounces. So we'll throw up the picture of that as far as what I got of it, which is actually a little bit less at 3.9. And then so we're also looking at the blade grind itself. So we do use a little microscope for it. So that allows you to actually see what that grind looks like on that microscopic level that you're not going to see with your naked eye. So that's one thing that's pretty interesting about that. And then so we're going to go also for the blade length. So the factory one lists about 3.25 and 4.625 for the handle. So you can see where it's going to sit for the measurements I got using the tablet application. So we'll look at the blade and also the handle. So this one actually has for the sharpness test that I've used the best media for, and then also the homemade tester. That one came out, I do 2 tests on it to do an average. So the first one was basically 318 and 256 came out to 305. And then the actual fidget spinner that I use to actually hold that in place is actually another 18 ounces. So it came out to basically the 305. I could be doing that wrong. I'll make an adjustment down below if I messed up the math somewhere, didn't add that 18 in there. But that's going to be in the high-end cutlery range for the blade. So this one goes for $219 for the Envy. That's directly through the site as far as for David Warren, for the U.S. representative for sales and service. MSRP of $269. There is a code that's still active for VIP 5, so you can actually get $5 off from it. That one is, so it comes down to $214 for this one. And then that's something that it's a fairly good price for what you're getting. So one of the things for myself, I did message with him a little bit on it to try and check on some of the information, but they do have their own manufacturing. They were an OEM for Best Tech at one point, but then they are branching off and doing their own thing. And then I also did think that for as a clip point blade, I'll show a picture of that as far as a comparison between this knife and a clip point. And then if it's a clip point, I think it would be like, I would probably really save up and pick it up. But I think it matches up, it flows well with the handle for that other blade style. So for yourself, if all the specifications work for you, I definitely would put it on a buy list for myself. I'm glad I was able to borrow it, but I would prefer a different blade style in exactly the same format. So if this was the same format, everything else the same, different blade, I would put in a buy format for myself for that. So let me know what you think on that. If you have any questions, concerns, let me know as well. But let me know in the comments down below as far as what you think. If you have this knife, what do you think about that? And then also let me know on some of the other comments, because we do have some another video for the giveaway for the 300 subscribers. So if you do want to pick up an SE Avispa, then do comment on that video so you can be entered into that giveaway. And that's going to be pulled on Friday. So thank you again for your time. Let me know what you think. Let me know also in the comments down below.